What's going on, guys? Today is update day again for Access Football Beta 2017. This is the third update 3.0. Now, I believe he said there's going to be one more update before the official release. Now, before we get to the changes, let's go to the uniform editor and I'll show you a few more teams that me and Sackmaster worked on. This is the Princeton Archaeologists. This is an Indiana Jones themed football team, as you can clearly see. Now for the helmet, we have the brown color for his hat. For the jersey, we have his jacket color, which is a darker brown. And for his pants, we have a slightly different color of brown. So we got three different shades of brown here. Now if you look on the helmet, we have the whip, Indy's infamous whip here as the stripe, and we also have them on the pants as well. Now for the logo, I didn't know which one to put, so I put his most famous one, I guess, the Ark of the Covenant. And on the front here, we have the Holy Grail, Crystal Skull, and I wanted to put the Shankara stones, but that would have clashed with the brown, so we went with the Staff of Ra medallion there, and there's the whip on the pants there. For the away, it's the same thing basically, except we have the white color for Indy's shirt, and that is the Princeton Archaeologists. Pretty nice, I like it. The last team I'm going to show you guys are the Hill Valley Time Travelers. Now, I'm pretty sure you know right off the bat from the name that this is a Back to the Future themed football team. So, for the colors, I was very, confused as what to go with here, but I ended up going with the color for Marty McFly's infamous wardrobe in the first movie, his life preserver, and his, of course, blue jeans. On the helmet, of course, we have the time-traveling car itself, the DeLorean. For the number color, I ended up going with yellow because I wanted to represent the time circuits. This is the closest I could get to a digital clock sort of thing. But for the pants, we have the stripe, which is the flame trail the DeLorean always left when it went into time travel. For the way, I had to go with a different color besides Marty's life preserver, so I ended up going with Brown's lab coat. So since this is the Hill Valley Time Travelers and not Time Traveler, I wanted the colors of the team to represent both guys. So you got the life preserver for Marty McFly, and you have the white for the lab coat, the Hill Valley Time Travelers. So yeah, these are the two teams that Sackmaster helped me make. I come up with the ideas, and he pretty much makes them for me because I'm not very good with Photoshop, but eventually I want to do them myself. Now, let's get to the new changes in the update. And of course, I'll point out some issues. Of course, some of them are minor, some of them aren't so minor. I do have the NFL mod installed. Just a reminder that the game is not going to ship like this. Alright, here are the Hill Valley Time Travelers. And I'm going to show you this team first because I want to show you the end zones for both teams. But first we're going to look at the Hill Valley Time Travelers. And here are the Princeton Archaeologists. We'll do them for away. Now there is an issue with the length of the team names, as you'll be able to see here shortly. The team names go off the screen a bit right here, as you can see. I'll show you. You see right here where it says Princeton Archaeologists, and it goes into the middle here, and you can't view it. Same with the Time Travelers. I'm sure this is a pretty easy fix, at least I hope it is. If not, it's not a game breaker, but it is noticeable. Now, the menus have been redone, thank God. It really needed a facelift. I still want to see a number tied to these camera zooms, but maybe in the future. He's made it a lot easier to navigate if you're using a controller, which is what I'm using now. Now let's look at the end zone here for the time travelers. It's the license plate, out of time. I think that's really cool for the time travelers. The kickoff blocking is still very broken. I'm sorry, it needs a lot of work. The pace of the game has been slowed down significantly, which was a huge deal for me and a lot of other people. And that's very nice to see. Fatigue is now activated, so you will see your players get tired now. The passing speeds have been reduced significantly. And with that comes some new issues, which Danny has already touched on in his development video. Because the speed of the passes have been slowed down tremendously, the defense flocks to them unrealistically because, you know, the speed of their speed hasn't been toned down, and of course the AI is a little off right now. But here, watch how slow the pass gets there. See that? It's a screen pass, and that's about the speed of a screen pass. But I really like the change. It still needs a little tweaking, but we're going to get there, guys. Now we have a drive summary that shows, you know, the current drive. Now, of course, it doesn't need to show every play, and he did say in his development video that that's going to be tweaked to represent player stats. Like if a guy makes a sack or a touchdown or something, it'll show, you know, the player stats. And here we have an interception. Now, interceptions are rampant in this new update. I have thrown and obtained many interceptions, and that is, again, due to the AI that needs tweaking. The offensive line still needs a lot of work. Here it is again, as you can see. The interception was quite easy to get there. But this is worked on. This is one of the things that's going to be worked on for the final update in beta. I'm sure there's going to be some post-release updates as well, as he always has had through his 3 games here. But tremendous update. It needed a big time change with the speeds, and we got that. Another change he has made is you can't throw the ball 100 yards anymore, which is very good, because that was just totally unrealistic and more Tecmo Bowl than Sim. But it takes time, and eventually we're going to get the simulation features that we would like. And here, his foot's out of bounds. He shouldn't be picking that one off, but penalties are not in the game yet, or reviews are not in the game yet, so I don't think that would have been an interception there. But again, here you see the slow screen pass, but it looks nicer. I got to admit, the ball is coming out of the quarterback's hands much slower. It looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. We still need catching in stride, but eventually, guys, eventually, we got to get there somewhere. It just takes time. The camera work still needs a lot of work. I want to be able to see, you know, a closer view when you're at the line of scrimmage, kind of like what Madden 06 did. One of the few things that Madden 06 did well in the Xbox 360 version, and here yet another interception, was when they had the close-up view for the line of scrimmage. That would be nice to see in actual football, but there are some issues with the passing, with the zoom outs. When you throw to the right side flats or the left side flats, you can't see the player. You can't see them. They go off screen. So if he would zoom the camera out a bit more, we could, when you drop back, that would be very good, because, you know, it makes it really hard to see the player off screen. And that's something that needs tweaking as well. And we're going to look at the final end zone here. I wanted to show you guys real quick. And there are some typos in some of these teams we got to fix, but mainly the Washington Sentinels. I know that's misspelled. We got to fix that, and I got duplicates in there somewhere. But that's all going to be fixed with the mod. But that's not going to be in the game anyway. Now, what to do for Indiana Jones's end zone? I had a couple of ideas, but the first idea wasn't really going to work very well. I wanted to go with the Grail Diary page, one of the Grail Diary pages from Last Crusade, but that just wouldn't work because it would have been vertical instead of horizontal. It would have been easy to read, and it would have been kind of eh. So I went with the painting in the Last Crusade, where it shows the knight going across the chasm with the Grail, and you'll see it here. And I'll show you a picture from the movie just so you'll have a better idea. And there's BB Resurrect. He is still in the game as well. Right here. So here we have the painting from the movie, taken directly from the movie. You got the guy going across the third trial with the Grail in hand while everybody falls down. And this is the end zone for the Indiana Jones Princeton archaeologist. Now here's the end zone. Here's the closest angle I could get you guys. But yeah, it looks really cool. And this is the kind of stuff you can do with the game. The customization is great. The gameplay isn't there yet, but we're getting there. Some argue that the gameplay should have come first, and I kind of somewhat agree, but because of the NFL license issues and everything, I really wanted to have a customizable football game where we could get around the licenses and all that, so we could have college, we could have NFL, we could have custom teams. And that part of the game is here. Now, we got to have the gameplay up to par, and there's a lot of things that go with that. So I'm looking forward to the next update, guys, and give your feedback. Tell Danny what you got to see. Tell him what you want to see. And this game will eventually get where it needs to be. All right, guys, that's it. I'll see you guys.